I'm Morgan Jones. I'm the founder and executive director of the STEAM Engine.
And I'm Nolan Rogers. I'm program coordinator, hired as of last year.
So we're a 501c3 nonprofit. I am a licensed architect. That's sort of my jam. I did that for 8.5 years before going to work for one of my clients, which was the local library system. And while I was there, I discovered that there was a really big need for affordable, accessible STEM programs. The only reason I became an architect was because I went to a summer camp, met an architect, fell in love with architecture, and then pursued that path with the support of friends and family. But I know that for most kids, if they don't have access to someone outside of their network in STEM, they're never going to go into STEM on their own. They have to have that exposure and then the opportunity to build skills. So in 2019, I left my cushy government job to pursue the nonprofit dream and launched in the fall of 2019. Just as the pandemic was starting, we had to pivot, moved online, and then spent about 18 months really just building relationships in the community, which is what has really helped propel us into where we are now.
I joined the team after being in Oklahoma for about 3 years, kind of bouncing around industries, trying to figure out what fit right for Oklahoma, as I'm an eclectic learner. I've got a degree in psychology and neuroscience and criminal justice, and just been trying to figure out where to put all of the skill sets to use that I've developed over the years, from various certificates, from permaculture design after high school, and it just turned out that STEAM Engine was a good fit for me.
So when I launched in 2019, I thought we were going to put together a storefront, market to families, recruit folks to come do classes and programs where we were. But during the pandemic, when I really started talking with the folks who were working with our target audience, which is really students who are underrepresented in STEM, what that means is students who are female, low income, or racially diverse. Those students are less likely to go into STEM for a myriad of reasons, and after talking with community partners who primarily work with those demographics, what made the most sense was to actually meet the students where they were. So because of the pandemic and those conversations, we pivoted our model to be more of a partnership model, where we go in once a week for 90 minutes to groups like Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, and then some other local community partners to work with their 3rd through, right now, 6th grade students to build skills related to the industries we have here in Oklahoma.
And the STEAM Engine provides a model that works, that I've actually seen for once. So it's not designed purely based upon personalities of teachers or students. This is actually a system that is being presented to our community that is allowing the kids in our programs to be able to have careers here in Oklahoma that will actually serve the community long term.
One thing that I think really sets the STEAM Engine apart is that we are a full curriculum system. A lot of STEAM programs out there are one-time projects that are very step-by-step. They almost provide a recipe, but that's not really STEM. For students to really build problem-solving skills, they have to be presented with a problem and then given the tools to come up with solutions on their own. And a lot of the way that STEM is presented in school especially is still teaching students step-by-step, here's how you build a robot. And so we intentionally design our programs to force students to fail the first time so that we can help them build that frustration tolerance and work as a team to come up with solutions that might work. The other thing that we think is really important is that STEM is not a means unto itself. Our goal is to really introduce students to careers in STEM so that they can see themselves with a future and what that might look like. A lot of times we talk with parents or schools and they're hosting a STEM night. They do lots of fun activities. They make slime. Kids love slime. But no one ever talks about, if you enjoy making slime, you should think about becoming a material scientist or a chemist or anything related to that actual activity. And so we want to make sure that everything we do is pointing to opportunities to help students build a purpose for their life so that they have a reason to stay engaged in science and math when it gets hard in middle school and high school. The most important thing for anybody watching this video is to know that the only reason a child is successful is because there are adults who pour into that kid. So even if you're not pouring into students through the STEAM Engine, I encourage you to get out there and invest in a child that's not your own so that they have broad support from the community. The STEAM Engine's a 501c3 nonprofit here in the Oklahoma City Metro that partners with after-school programs and schools to help provide turnkey STEAM solutions to help kids build skills and see themselves with a career in STEM. You can connect with us on our website, which is www.steamengineokc.org, where you can sign up for our e-newsletter or find us on LinkedIn or Facebook.